Today on the Happi House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff, it's about science again, learning about circuitry with our favorite scientist, Liz Heineke. And then I'm learning about a creative use for old chandelier parts.
So all you need is some decoupage paste, and you can use a photograph, you can use a magazine.
And finally, navigating toy picks for toddlers. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Happi. I learned early on things are much easier with a little help. I also have a few tricks of my own to share. It's go time, people. Welcome to the Happi House, presented by Creative Kid Stuff. It's all about science today with our friend Liz Heineke, my favorite scientist ever. Because you make it so
Really?
fun. Yeah, for real. So what happens when we do science with Liz is a lot of laughs, but a lot of learning.
True.
Ladies, are you ready to do some? You're already kind of getting started. Yeah. Liz is going to tell us exactly what is happening right here, because basically we've written on this paper.
Yes.
And now we're making lights light up. I'm not clear on why. So you're going to explain this?
Yes, I am, to the best of my ability. So we are making circuits on paper using graphite pencil. So graphite is the same metal that you find in lead, right? But it can actually carry electrons, so it can make a path for electricity to flow along. And a circuit is just a closed path, like a loop, that electrical current can flow through. So you can see that I've just bought at the hardware store a couple of these alligator clips,
Okay.
which are basically just wires hooked onto clips, and then they're insulated, so they have plastic over them.
Got it?
And then at a local hobby store, I bought some little LED lights, right?
These guys right here.
Yep. And then 9-volt batteries, like the kind that we all have in our smoke detectors, right? So you hook the two ends of the two different wires up to your battery. So you can see, if you look at this, you can see that we're making a loop, right? A loop of wire that the electrons from the battery can flow through.
Got it?
But to light this LED light that I have here, we need to close the circuit. Now there's so much current in the battery that if I actually touch this, I will burn out the LED light.
Okay.
But if we make a path out of graphite by drawing on paper, we can make a path that these electrons can travel through, and they can complete the circuit and light the light bulb. So you can see.
So not too much power.
Not too much power, yeah. You don't want to short out your LED bulb, but just enough to light it up.
Got it.
So.
And these graphite pencils are just from a local art store.
A local art store. And the soft ones I discovered work the best. I think just because they coat the paper smoothly. So the idea, if you're making a path for electrons, you don't want any breaks in that path, right?
Right.
So you want a nice thick line for the electrons to travel along. And you just go ahead and clip your LED light, one of the wires into one of the clips. Mm-hmm. If this doesn't work, just flip it around.
Got it.
The electrons have to travel in one direction or the other. So you can see we've just drawn a line here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And I'm just going to touch this side. Can you see that? I just touched this side of my circuit to the graphite line, and it lights the light bulb. And the closer I get, the brighter the light gets. Can you guys see that? Now these girls are already experts at this. Yeah. They've been doing it for a while. Okay. But you can see that if the path is broken, there's only a smudge between these, that you can't continue, the electrons can't travel because the path is broken.
You have to close the circuit.
Yes, but a cool thing to see is if kids draw it, like you drew a heart, right? Do you want to show us what happens? Electrons don't have to travel along a straight path. So if I make a bendy line like this, I can still light my light bulb.
All right.
Because the electrons can still travel. Okay, do you want to try this now? Are you going to try it on your star? Okay, I'll let you finish your star first. We can try it on your little Happi House. Whoa.
Mine is like.
Is yours lighting?
No.
It might have, if it touched the wire, it might have gotten burnt out. So just try a different LED. Okay, try switching.
Oh yeah.
Switching wires and try it again. Some of these bulbs are burnt out too. There you go. Is that working?
Oh, look at that.
Okay, now get closer to it and see if it gets brighter. Yep, there you go.
I love it.
Do you want to try it again, Penelope?
Do you want to try it? Do you want to try to light up this heart with the red?
Are they all burnt out? Here, let's try it again. Okay, so this is just a really cool way that kids can safely play with electrical current and make their own little
As
circuits at
Penelope
home.
traces the heart, you can see it getting brighter. Did you see that getting brighter?
It was so cool. Yeah. All right, so do you have any questions about our little paper circuits? And people are actually starting to print paper batteries using 3D printers.
I've heard
onto
about that.
paper, so.
Yeah, it's
The
crazy.
3D circuits, sorry.
I just want to say also, these graphite pencils, we did circuitry with them today, but just as far as an art supply, very satisfying to use and about like $3.
Yeah, not very expensive.
No,
And yeah, you can do nice shading with them, right? They smear really well. Yes, I love art.
Hey, thanks for being our junior scientist, ladies.
You're welcome.
Did you like making paper circuits?
Yes.
Awesome.
Evie, how about
about you, Evie?
She's busy.
So I love projects that combine art and science too, because lots of kids, it's a great way to get kids into science is using an art project like
It
this.
is really a great gateway. Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, thank you.
Coming up next on the Happi House, I'm learning a creative use for old chandelier parts. I'm on another crafting adventure, so to speak, even though we're sitting right here with Alexis Thompson, radio personality and craft master, honestly.
I love to craft, that's for sure.
So I have no idea what we are doing today, but I'm intrigued by what I see in front of me.
Yeah, it's really fun. We're gonna decoupage, but we're gonna use these vintage chandelier pieces, and you can use any flat surface, and that's why I picked these ones in particular, because they might have prisms on one side, but the other side is nice and flat.
Okay, good to know.
Okay.
So how do you find parts like this? Like, could I look at thrift stores or antique stores or just places like that?
Yeah, you could do that. Lighting stores will also sell them as well.
Okay.
And craft stores too.
Okay.
They'll
Oh, really?
sell them. You can use, like this one's plastic, but the other ones are glass, and you can decoupage on any of them. Yep. So all you need is some decoupage paste, and you can use a photograph, you can use a magazine. So if you want to just pick an image
picture?
for you,
Okay.
yes. And what's great is because these are clear, you can just, as you're going along, you can just see how it will
look at
look
it?
underneath each piece. Okay.
Okay. I love this one.
It's really
Can I
pretty.
decoupage this one?
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
All right.
But the most important thing is it's just that it's flat, and you can also use some colored glass too. That always gives it a nice, fun dimension. You can add some iridescence on the outside.
I feel like I'm not going to pick this taco.
Yeah, probably good. Although bacon has really good texture when it's photographed, and that's kind of fun.
I mean, I think it does make
No one
you...
will know what it is.
The idea of using this to go over the pictures, it does make you look at something in a different way.
Yeah.
So I found something that's colorful. I love blue in general, and I just love. I think these blueberries might look good.
Perfect.
What do you think?
Yes, I love it. So let's cut the image out, or you can just rip out the page. Actually, let's do that first, so then it's just easier. Okay. Now, when you decoupage, what you want to make sure is that you not only put the paste on the image, but you also put it on what you're attaching it to.
Attaching it to, so
Yes.
it's sort of like double adhesion.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, so just go to
I'm gonna
town.
find the part
Where you want.
I want. Oh, I kind of like having this green. Oh, do you see that purple in the?
Oh, that's pretty. Yeah. Get some green and purple. Yep. And you can be as liberal with this as you'd like. So because it dries clear, it's gonna look a little funky in the beginning, but don't worry, it will be just fine. Yeah. And this is a great project for kids too, because you can get messy, just have a good time. All right. Perfect.
Okay.
All right. Once you get that on there, yep, just place that on where you'd like. And
Press.
yep.
Okay.
Okay, and then just let it sit for a little bit. You don't have to wait for it to be completely dry, but you just want it to be able to have some tackiness so that you
Just
can
set up a little bit.
set up just a little bit. Okay, so then that's how that goes.
Easy.
And what's great is then all you need to do is just cut out the back and add some more decoupage on the back. I like to use an acrylic paint on the back because sometimes the image that's on the other side, especially on a magazine, it will see through.
It's like it's too thin, and so yes, the light will come through.
Yes,
Okay, so
and sometimes you want that look. Imagine using like tissue paper, how
Yes.
cool would that be, right? And it's like a clear one. And you can use these for so many different things. You can use them for a sun catcher or like a baby mobile. How cute would that be,
that
right?
would be really adorable. Can I see the back of that
Yes.
again? Because so when you say acrylic paint, you're
Yes.
just talking about craft paint that
Just
comes
craft
in
paint.
little bottles. Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And you just place that on afterward, but you...
So pretty.
Yeah,
And I
and-
can see now that I'm looking closely at this. This is a picture of a bed.
Yep.
Okay.
With a flower on top. Actually, this is 2 images that I decoupaged together and then attached it. So you can do multiple layers. You can put glitter. I mean, you can do a lot of different things with it.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and then it gives that, like, with the prisms, it gives really cool dimension. Okay, so let's just cut it out, and you can just roughly cut around it.
Okay, this is the part I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to come together.
Yeah.
I feel like, how am I going to get it exactly?
Yep.
So roughly cut.
Just roughly cut around it, just so it's not so bulky with the paper. Okay.
I discovered a fun fact about you today.
Oh gosh, what's that?
You are also a lefty.
I am. Do you have a lot in your family? I'm the only one.
I'm the only one.
Real? Okay.
And I have 4 kids, and they are not left-handed either. So
I have like great uncles and like 3rd, 4th cousins removed. Who knows if we're actually related, but so then now this is a cool one because the dimension goes along the edges as well, but you can kind of see as you just like lift it up where you're gonna need to cut. And the trick is to have the backside up, take your scissors and cut around it.
okay.
Okay, to get really in there.
So this is this is kind of scallopy.
Right.
Is that a word? Scallopy?
Sure. Yeah, it is. It has some shape. Okay. So, yep. And you'll just want to, it's going to feel a little bit weird. You're going to be almost cutting it at an angle, like a 45-degree angle, because then you really can get to the edge of the crystal or the plastic piece. Perfect. You know what? And also when you're wearing it, or if it's, on a photo frame or however you use it, I would hope that people aren't looking at it that close.
Well, you never know. But okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
How did you think of doing this?
Well, I was at a lighting shop and I just am fascinated by all the chandeliers and all the little crystally bits. And yeah, I just decided, hey, let's try this out, and luckily it worked out.
It's so great. Okay.
Pretty, that looks good. Okay, so
I'm
it's
actually
still
really happy with this so far.
It's really pretty. It's a little, frosty inside because it's still drying. But what's great about this is that you can decoupage the back now.
Okay.
Okay, so just
And that
literally
seals it
put on.
in.
It seals it in, and just for good measure, I let it dry and I do it again.
Okay.
And then after that, then you'll want to add your acrylic paint or your craft paint, and like this one, I put black on.
Okay.
So it just gives it a nice finish.
Yep. I love decoupaging. It's so satisfying.
It is. It really is. And then all you'll need is a piece of wire or a toothpick or a needle to poke that hole in there. You can add a jump ring, a split ring, or whatever to, even like some twine would be kind of cute. Imagine that on like a package.
It'd be really cute. Just some some kind of jewelry fitting through the hole, and then you're good
and
to
you have
go.
a pendant.
Yeah. I love that. Now, what is all of this I see?
Okay, yeah, I thought, okay, well, how else can we do this? So on a photo album or a photo frame, how cute is this? So this is actually 3 pieces that are decoupaged. And then these are other crystals that are from some lighting fixtures as well. Just drilled some holes in there, painted it up.
Yeah.
This is actually a piece also from a chandelier too.
Wow.
So something like that would be really fun.
I never knew the lighting shop could be so exciting.
Oh, it is. It really is. Lots of good stuff in there. Or your hardware shop too. These beads are also from a chandelier. These 3 glass ones. But this is really fun. All this is just little lobster clasps or clips.
Yep.
Or alligator clips, I think is what they're called. Yep. And so you just string them up, and this would just hang, up.
It's so pretty.
In your photos, and you could easily change them out, and you could put whatever you want. You could put scrapbook pages, to-do lists.
That's a beautiful gift too for somebody.
Very easy. You can pick whatever beads you want.
I love this.
Yeah, thanks.
This has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to. I feel like I might be addicted to this.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Great for yourself and great for gifts.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Coming up next on the Happi House, navigating toy picks for toddlers. Deciding which toys to buy for your toddler can be a little bit tricky because you don't want your toy room to all of a sudden explode. And maybe you don't even have a toy room, maybe you just have an area for toys. So keeping things under control is important because nobody really wants to have too much stuff It's actually not great for the toddler because they don't know what to go to or play with at that point, and they become overwhelmed and may even just not play with toys. So I have 5 items that I would recommend as sort of key items to have for your toddler toy selection. The first one is this wooden walking wagon. So this can be used as a walker, but it also comes with a set of wooden blocks with letters, numbers, colors, and the alphabet on them. So this toy serves many purposes. 1, it can be used as a pusher. 2, babies and toddlers love to put things in and out of things. 3, it's great for letter and number and color identification. And 4, this wagon will also later be great for imaginative play. It doesn't have to have the blocks. It can have babies or stuffed animals or any variety of things. It could be a grocery cart. So finding toys with multiple purposes and uses is key in editing the number of toys you have. The next item I would recommend is something in the imaginative play category, mostly pertaining to food. So kids can pretend about real life. From the beginning, babies are gravitate towards things grown-ups have, like keys, for example, or cell phones, because they see us using them all the time and they're intrigued by that. So introducing a toy like pretend play food allows them to step into the role of a grown-up and set the table for a grown-up, feed a grown-up, make choices about what a meal looks like. A toy like this is really great for vocabulary development and also social engagement. Another thing I would recommend is a manipulative like this toy right here. So this is basically a set of balls in a holder, and it can be used in lots of different ways. It can kind of look like a vehicle. It allows kids to track color. Again, they can put things in and out of this. They can line these balls up. The balls are also just the right size for a toddler hand, and they're very tactile. These balls can be used in conjunction with the next item I would recommend, which is a set of stacking cups or stacking blocks. Or you can have both of these items because they serve different purposes. These stacking cups are plastic and they have different holes in the bottom. They can be taken in the tub, they can be taken to the beach. They're also really great for playing with Play-Doh, cutting Play-Doh out. There's shapes on the bottom that make fun shapes in the Play-Doh. But again, babies, toddlers, and even preschoolers love to put things in and out of things. So you could maybe put each of the different colored balls in here, turn these cups over, and ask them to remember which color ball is in which cup, which helps with cognitive development. There's just a lot of really open-ended games and activities you can do with stacking cups. This set here of stacking boxes offers other options. There are animals, numbers, and different objects on there. So again, great for vocabulary development, great for playing games and combining with other toys like these balls, and great for that just stacking and knocking down, stacking and knocking down activity. That is really appealing to that age group. Finally, this Pound-A-Ball set is great for hand-eye coordination, cause and effect, and offers the color matching aspect because there is a ring at the top that matches each color ball. And it is just an activity that kids really enjoy, watching the motion of what they do make something happen. So these essentials are really open-ended, allow for lots of play, and all in don't take up a lot of space. I've got 5 of my favorite preschool picks here, and I'm going to tell you about them. This one is a doorbell house, and this is a great toy for a lot of different reasons. It fosters communication. It also helps with fine motor skills. It can be used for imaginative play. And I love it for girls and boys because oftentimes people will gravitate towards house play or that kind of play pattern just for girls. This house is very gender neutral because a lot of boys are interested in that play pattern as well. Next, I'm moving on to a classic kind of vehicle set. I've chosen a train set here, but really it can be anything with track. So track is great because it's open-ended and also encourages problem-solving skills. The train has that vehicle cause and effect element to it, and it's also great for imaginative play. This magnetic building set is a really fun toy for kids. It teaches the elements of magnets, but it's also open-ended and can build a lot of different things. I also love it because it can be combined with other toys like the character from this doorbell house. You can build houses, you can build tracks, you can build any number of things with this collection of shapes. Another great option to have is a large motor toy. This is a pogo jumper and can be used indoors or out. It's great for coordination and developing gross motor skills. Finally, this open-ended 100-piece block set has planks that are all exactly the same size. There is no magnetic feature to them, so children have to learn about balance and sort of the physics of building a structure. Find these preschool picks and more at creativekidstuff.com. Emerson, I love learning new things from you. What are you going to teach me today?
To do the splits.
Okay, teach me.
This is what you do.
No. Thanks, Emerson.
I'm just gonna teach you how to do the splits.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is what you do.
Yeah, that's what you do.